SQL Interview Question and Answer, question number 53. What is inline view and why do we use it? This question is asking about definition of inline view which is used in SQL, and it is asking about why do we use it. And finally, we will discuss about difference between view and inline view. An inline view is a subquery that is contained within a large selected statement in such a way that it replaces the from clause of SQL statement. Or an inline view is a type of query which is also called nested query inside another query, that is specifically placed in the from clause of an outer query, allowing it to act like a temporary virtual table from which the main query can select or join data. Why do we use it? It is used to break down complex queries into smaller manageable pieces and performs temporary data transformation for the outer query. I am going to expand here inline view by using two tables. One is department, another one is employees table. I am going to create a report which contains only three columns. First column is department name, second column is average salary, third column is maximum salary. But we don't have department name column in employee table. That's why we have to join department table with employee table to get required columns. First of all, let me select data department name, where D is alias name per department, E underscore aggregate, average salary, which is coming from joining condition, which is coming from inline view. Similarly, E underscore aggregate, max underscore salary. This column is also coming from after joining with employee table. From departments D, now join means if we don't mention any type of join, that means it is left join. Select inside the parenthesis, we use select department underscore ID, average salary as average sal, maximum salary as max underscore sal, from employees group by department underscore ID, parenthesis close, and its alias name is E underscore aggregate. That means this part, parenthesis starting from here to here, this part is called inline view. That means we know that inline view is a subquery that is contained within a large selected statement in such a way that it replaces the from clause. That means it has replaces the from clause. That's why this part of the query is called inline view. And we have to mention here joining condition on d.department ID equal E underscore aggregate department ID. This is the joining condition. When we run this code, after successful completion of the code, we will get a result as shown on the right side of the table, where it contains only three columns. One is department name, another one is average salary, next one is maximum salary. This is the required report. That means mainly we are concerning here what is inline view. Inline view is a subquery which is used inside a large query which replaces the from clause. It is called inline view. Next, further information is here. What is the difference between view and inline view? We have mentioned here note. A view is a database object that acts like a virtual table, while an inline view is a subquery embedded directly within the from or join clause of a large query, and it is not a stored database object. Furthermore, views are reusable, saved object, whereas inline views are temporary, defined, and used only within the single large query. Let me run this code in our Oracle developer window and observe the result. This is Oracle developer window where I am going to run those code which I explained before. I am going to select only three variables because we have to create a report which contains only three variables or three columns. Those three columns are department name from departments table, average salary and max salary from E underscore aggregate, which is the alias name for this query. From department D, join. Now I'm using here parentheses. I'm using subquery select department ID, average salary as average salary, max salary as maximum salary. From employees, group by department ID, where its alias name is E underscore aggregate. And we use here joining condition on D dot department ID equal E underscore aggregate department ID. That means from this parenthesis, starting from parenthesis select to closing parenthesis, this part of the subquery is called inline view because it has replaced from clause. Let me run this code and observe the result. Let me run this code. This is our final result, which contains only three variables or three columns. One is department name, next one is average salary, and final one is maximum salary. In this way, we can explain inline view and we can use inline view in our SQL query. That's all about question number 53. Thank you.